Hello again. I'm a very strong supporter of the monarchy, but that doesn't mean I have any particular interest in or feeling about the death of the Queen. It would be absurd for me to pretend that I felt any personal grief or even sadness for somebody whom I have never met. Her value, at least to me, lay not in her human personality, but rather in what she was, what she represented. In that sense, it doesn't really matter to me that she's dead because we still have a monarch. In many countries of the world, the United States, for example, police officers and the army owe their allegiance to a political figure, an elected politician. This means that a left wing policeman or army officer might not feel as devoted and loyal if somebody like Trump is elected president. In the same way, a very right-wing soldier might not feel as strongly in his allegiance when the president is a left-wing type like Obama. That means that soldiers and police can get mixed up with politics, and this really is not at all desirable. Ultimately, it can lead to revolution and civil war. I saw this happen many years ago in Turkey when the police force actually split along political lines between those who were devoted to Bülent Ecevit and Suleiman Demirel, the right-wing religious leader. This ended in something very close to civil war, and the army ended up taking over in 1980. Not what we like to see, really. None of this can happen in Britain because the army and police are not called upon to be loyal to Liz Truss or Keir Starmer. Instead, they swear an oath of loyalty to the King or Queen. This means that whatever idiot is in Downing Street, the police and army don't get restless and start plotting to remove him or her. Nobody asks them to be loyal to those idiot politicians. I mention the army and police because that, of course, is where real power lies in any country. As Mao Zedong put it, political power grows from the barrel of a gun. You really don't want your armed forces being opposed to the government. The British arrangement is a perfect recipe for stability. As long as there is a member of that family upon whose head a crown can be placed, then all is well. They're not a brilliantly intellectual family, but then they don't need to be. It's enough that they are there on the throne and that people swear allegiance to them, rather than owing their loyalty to some rogue like Boris Johnson. Just imagine a country in which senior army officers were obliged to swear their loyalty to Boris Johnson. That thought alone should be sufficient to make a devoted monarchist of anybody.